What's up, my friends? There has been yet another Thunder Junction leak. So we're gonna get all leaky on is it gonna be Thunder Junction? Is it just gonna be Junctor Junction? What do we got today? I don't know. Actually, some of the time with the leaks, I look at the stuff ahead of time. Some of the time I don't. This is one of the times I haven't actually looked at any of the stuff in advance. So we're all gonna take a look at it together. Now, let's say hello. You know what? I actually already shared the link in the Discord for the live stream, so I don't need to do that. So let's just do some helloifications here. Hold on. Let me properly moisten my mouth for hellos. There we go. All right. What up, Beasley, Kenzuki, Jess, Toby, Dude Man, Rays, Millmaster, Gerthulu, MJ, Zircon, Potts. Who else we got in here? Felonious T, Loco, Lightwave, Shelton, 10-4, Joe, Everyday, Plaid, Craig, Error. What's up? What is going on? How you guys doing today? It's Sunday night. We're here to take a look at some brand new magical cards. All right, let's see here. What up, Laporte? What's going on? Full Gore. So yeah, this is pack number 3 in our leak series. So I did the first pack in a video on the Historian, and the second and then this third one are both going to end up on the live stream archive for you to see all the spoilers in case you're not 100% up on the leaks. So, I mean, there's 3 more packs in the Wild Bear minimum that we're looking forward to seeing, and there hasn't been a ton of repeats. There's like at least 1 repeat in this pack I think I saw. So, we will see. What do we got? Starting up in the corner, we got, what is that? Black Wing Buzzard, I think? 1 black and 2. It's a 2/1, and you can, when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature if a creature died this turn. Okay, so it gets a +1/+1 on it if a creature died the turn it comes out. And you can exile it from, it's got, what's that new ability? The new Foretell ability called again? I can't remember it right now. That's the other ability it has. Membership messages. Toby says, how's the wall outlook looking these days? There you go, buddy. Look at that. Half insertion, huh? You feeling excited? All right. And RNG's membership message just says, evening, fuckers. What up, Emo? It's 2 in the morning where you are. Wow, that's pretty late, buddy. Fisher, what's up? Okay, so this one right here, I assume is Prairie Dog. We don't get to see. There's not more to this image. Where it's cut off is where it's cut off, friends. So 1 white and 1. It's a 2/2. I'm gonna say it says at the beginning of your end step, if you something from your hand, if you cast a spell from your hand this turn, put a counter on the Prairie Dog. I feel like that might be what it is. If you cast a spell, it's it popping its head up and looking around, maybe kind of deal. It looks like it probably has an activated ability. Well, it says until end of turn, if you would put +1/+1 counters on a creature, put that many +1 on it instead. So I'm going to say that this one basically at the end of your turn puts a +1/+1 counter on it if a spell was cast, and also that you can make it increase the +1/+1 counters. That's how it looks to me. What up, Jojo? Potts, who takes the crappy pictures of cards like this? What do you think? Do you think that, like, bro, honestly, how many people take professional pictures in the first place? And this is somebody who's just excited to share a leak. It's like, why aren't you sitting there and taking perfectly focused photos like you actually work for the company promoting this? Probably because it's somebody who doesn't care that much. They just want the fun of showing off the cards. Hey, look what I got. But they probably don't even think about it, bro. You know how many blurry pictures I take? I take them all the time. But I mean, I on the other hand, I absolutely agree with you. It's really annoying to not be able to see this stuff clearly. Right? So, you're not wrong, but I get why people also don't care. All right, what do we got? Slick Shot Vault Buster. 1 blue and 2 for a 1/4 human rogue with vigilance. It gets +2/+0 as long as you've committed a crime this turn. Huh. All right. Pretty straightforward. Marauding Sphinx. 2 blue and 3 for a 3/5 flying vigilance with ward 2. Okay. Whenever you commit a crime, surveil 2, but it triggers only once a turn. Okay. All right. It's pretty solid for an uncommon, I suppose. Then we got Bridled Bighorn. 1 white and 3 for a 3/4 vigilance. Whenever it attacks while saddled, create a 1/1 sheep creature, and it saddles for 2. It's a sheep. It's gonna bring around more sheep, sure. This Shifting Grift is one of the ones that I actually did read ahead of time, and it is funky. 2 blue sorcery with Spree. So basically it's just multiple kickers, guys. You can pay 2 more mana on top of the original casting cost to swap control of 2 target creatures. You can pay an extra 1 to swap 2 target artifacts, or you can pay an extra 1 to swap 2 enchantments. So if you want to pay the full casting cost, you could go 2 blue and 4 for a total of 6 to exchange a creature, exchange an artifact, and an enchantment. And obviously if you're playing stuff like Commander, you can get even more goofy. Plot, that's the ability. What does Plot do? Plot lets you remove the card. You basically pay the plot cost, remove the card from your hand, and then on a future turn, you can cast the spell without paying its casting cost, but only as a sorcery. All right, Prickly Pear. Oh, that's kind of fun, right? Okay, 1 red and 2. It is a, what is that? A 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red mercenary token that has that tapping ability. Okay, so it's just a 3 mana 2/2 that gives you a 1/1. We're a far cry from the days of Grey Ogres, friends. All right. Then we've got Gidrid? Is that the name? Gidrid? Mirror of the Wilds. 1 white, 1 green, and 1 red. 3/3 haste. Okay. Non-token creatures you control have tap. Create a token that's a copy of target token you control that entered the... Wait, what? Non-token creatures you control have tap. Create a token that's a copy of target token you control that entered the battlefield this turn? That's so weird. So it affects your non-token creatures, but then they want to target token creatures to make more copies of them. Huh. All right. That's different. That's different. Are they going to add mount? You mean saddle? Saddling up to other cards or whatever? I have no idea. I feel like with abilities like saddle, they're probably not going to use them much. They're just here to be flavorful, right? Snakeskin Veil. Oh, you got a dude behind the snakeskin. That works. That's actually a reprint. 1 green to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and give it hexproof. Siphon Insight. Oh, that's that black-blue. What was that originally from? The Innistrad? One of the newest Innistrad block? So that's the crime spell. We got Siphon Insight. A Harrier Strix. 1 blue, 1/1 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, tap target permanent. Pay 1 blue and 2, draw a card, then discard a card. Wow. All right. All right. Commons not messing around. Stop Cold. We saw that already before. So that's your 4-cost enchant that you could slap on something to take away its abilities and so it can't attack or block. Seems like a lot of mana. 4 mana for a Boneyard Desecrator. I think I'm going to assume he's 3/3. You can see the 3 power. He's got Menace. Pay 1 black and 1, sack another creature, put a +1/+1 on him. If a... What is that? If a something was sacrificed this way, create a treasure token. Outlaw. Okay. If an outlaw was sacrificed this way, create a treasure token. Yeah. All right. So, all right. So he basically is just selling everybody out. Oh, and he's a zombie. Okay. And then we've got the red-blue desert land. Doesn't really look like a desert, does it? Yeah, it's another quote from Big Ralph. All right. And then we have The Spirit token. Look at that. Spirit Cowboy. Billy, you think the leaks were on purpose? It's totally possible. That is totally possible. I have no idea what the likelihood of it being on purpose is or not, because I have no idea what Wizards' philosophy is. I don't know if their philosophy is one like, yo, why, like, it's Fallout weekend, but who cares? Let's try and get hype going for Thunder Junction and whatever else. Or is it one where, that's okay, there we go. I was going to say, why does things look weird here? So yeah, I honestly don't know, because Wizards also isn't like, it's not run like a tight ship as well. So it's hard to know whether we're dealing with a scenario where these leaks are like Wizards is behind them or not. When they're further out, depending on what they are, but I don't know. I don't know if they want to pull focus from their Fallout event or whatever. I have no concept, but right now I'm leaning towards these being some rando just like leaking random packs from a starter kit they sent to the store. Wizards is doing things in a way that's not really endearing themselves to local game store owners, so I can see somebody doing it just to be like, yeah, back to Wizards, you know? I can definitely see that. So yeah, this pack, I mean, the Shifting Grift is kind of fun. This one didn't have as many blow me away style cards as maybe I've seen so far, but overall, it does add more to the Thunder Junction flavor. And I'm glad to see that this set will at least have coherent flavor, because it does matter. Even if you think that it doesn't matter to you, it does. I was talking to somebody today who was saying, look, man, like, I didn't care about Magic lore. I didn't care about the stories. I just wanted to play with the cards. I didn't care about what it was, but I realized after they changed these things that it actually did genuinely impact my enjoyment. So even if you're not consciously aware, having something that's coherent and feels like it's supposed to does actually affect you. It does increase your enjoyment, and taking that away will diminish your enjoyment. And it may not be something that you're aware of, but it will happen nonetheless. So as far as I'm concerned, this set is not going to be like a banger set. I'm not expecting this to be an amazing set, but I have revised my opinion from Markov Manor into Thunder Junction. Thunder Junction is going to be just as bad as Markov Manor into Markov Manor is definitely going to be worse than Thunder Junction, because Thunder Junction has something Markov Manor lacked: coherence. It has coherence, and while it's not a theme I'm a particular fan of, the Wild West theme is something that resonates with a number of people. So as far as I'm concerned, this set will be at least one step above Markov Manor. Who knows if it'll be anything more than that? We got to see more of the set. There's definitely some cool flavor in the form of, like, I love the white green desert land. It looks awesome, but yeah, we got to see. We got to see what's going on. Yeah, exactly, Dead Meme. It's not a high bar to clear. You're correct. Markov Manor has set the bar so low that they can pretty much just stumble over it at this point and be all right. Like, I didn't realize how much happier it made me to realize Thunder Junction had a cohesive theme, because I'm like, bro, Magic feels like it's fracturing and shattering with Markov Manor. Thunder Junction is like, okay, pull it back together. And Bloomborough, that's where we're really going to go off, man. I'm hyped for Bloomborough. I'm literally already prepping my resources on Arena for it. Doomblade Super Chat says, R.I.P. Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Quest, and others. May you find peace in the other world, and may you inspire future generations to never give up. Bro, that is a very fitting tribute. He is in heaven right now, standing at the gates going like this. And they're like, come on, man, you're already in. You're cleared for entry. And he's like, ah! He's charging up. He's charging up before he goes in. 100%. Doomblade, you're lower to the board, big boy. Thanks for the super chat, son. Oh, listen up, Muffin. I'm about to blow your mind. Instead of Blunder Junction or Thunder Junk, how about this? It's so much fun that it's Thunder Function. That's it. That's the new name for the set, everybody. Rolls right off the tongue. Thunder Function, what's your function? Function and function and function and function. That's it. Welcome to Thunder Function. We put the F-U in fun twice. So yeah, it's totally going to be hit or miss. Like, people who are like rodeo pyromancers, this is stupid. And I'm like, yep, you know what? You don't like the name, you don't like whatever, but I actually do like the idea of dudes with lassos made out of fire. That's fun. And them being reckless renegades is also enjoyable. Is the name stupid? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a dumb name. I'm not going to disagree, but it didn't set me off, man. Also, I think blowing all the steam out through that rant stream definitely helped, because I'm just feeling more chill overall. I got a lot of crap out of my head, and it's not weighing me down to the same level. So I think that I'm looking at this set with a fair eye. I'm not going, this is going to be the most amazing thing in the universe, because that'd be crazy to say. But I'm also not saying this is going to be the literal worst thing, because we just went through something that Markov Manor is guaranteed to be worse than. I've only seen 3 packs of the set, and I'm very comfortable saying it's going to be better than Markarlov Manor. Markdown Manor. The overall theme feels weird. Well, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. It doesn't feel like a normal Magic set. So in terms of it fitting into the overall theme of what I like as Magic, thumbs down. Whip down here. Wow. But in terms of actually having a cohesive theme on a new world, thumbs up. Right? We're getting a new world that has a distinctive feel to it, which is a lot better than going back to Ravnica for the 18th edition of Ravnica Butt Slop. And it's just like, what? Every time they've got less and less to hype us about Ravnica. Last time was like, we're going back and it's fall. Really? All you got is I don't even want some pumpkin spice? And it's like, okay. Next time we're going back. Now it's in a house. What? What are we going to do next time we go to Ravnica? Oh, everything happens on one chair. Everybody's sitting on each other's lap. We call it Ravnica, the Totem Pole Edition. What? Every creature has mutate from Ikoria, and you stack them all on top of each other. Certain, you wonder what the cards will be like. Do you mean card quality? Because I can tell you what that'll be like. The card quality will be garbage. The print quality, why would it improve out of nowhere? Wizards of the Coast has no incentive to improve card quality because it doesn't make the money, it costs the money. So that part, I wouldn't expect it. Nah, Taylor, unfortunately, you can't use the Pinkertons as a gauge for this kind of leak. What a lot of people seem to not remember when it comes to the Pinkerton stuff is you have to hop, skip, jump a set, right? So the problem is you have to leak the next set, not the set that's coming. Thunder Junction comes out in less than a month. Wizards is already starting the spoiler season. The reason the Pinkertons came out was because we were in March of the Machine. Buddy had Aftermath because it was fucking labeled wrong or whatever else, or they can't tell the difference because Wizards makes 1 billion products, and for some reason stores and distributors or whatever might not be able to tell the difference between Mom and Mom A. Oh, that's not March of the Machine, that's March of the Machine Aftermath. Oh, wow, okay, such a huge difference. So that's why. There will be none of that with this. This sort of thing just leads to an internal investigation where they'll want to figure out who along the custody chain having the pre-release kits was responsible for this one being opened. Now, they'll have some challenge doing that unless they can get information like the booster packaging. The fact that the pre-release kit was opened in a way where the barcodes and stuff like that, because if you contact Wizards about something like this and you say, hey, somebody's got some stuff that they shouldn't have, or stores are opening product early, Wizards of the Coast will ask you for packaging and stuff like that, right? I know this because there were certain stores that were like, yo, we can open this stuff early, right? Maybe some stores in Toronto, who knows, right? Who are like, yo, we can open this stuff early, but all the booster wrapping's got to stay right here, man. None of that gets back to Wizards. So there are stores and places that open shit early all the time and sell stuff early all the time. If you know the right people and you're cool, you can get Magic before the pre-release, 100%. It's not difficult to do. The amount of stores that I walked into and they were just like, I can't break release. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know you can't do that. But like, what if nobody knew? You know what I mean? Like, what if my backpack just happened to be right here beside your counter? What if I just happened to give you the money right now and I just took the cards home and didn't even bring them into the store until the day the set was out and nobody ever knew? What about that? And it's surprising how virtually everybody goes for it. It's not a difficult thing to do to get people to break street date when you promise them they're not going to get hosed for it, right? So Wizards in these situations will just try and track down who did it. And then, depending on the severity level, either go, we saw you and we're looking, so stop it, or they'll go, bad, right? It's like, it almost always results in nothing. They will go, we take this seriously, but seriously usually equals an email. But when a product gets out that's being released before any of this other stuff, and on top of that is showing how badly the product's doing. So you got the combination of, you got something that came out when it shouldn't be out at all, like months early, and it's garbage, and everyone's like, oh, that was the perfect storm that caused the Pinkerton insanity. That's what led to that. Leo, yep, there you go. If somebody can't make it to the event and they're there a day or two early, what's the difference? What's the difference? Did you come up with the pitch for Jenga New Capenna? Oh, it hurts because it can happen. Like Jenga. Oh, man. Oh, Craig, see, that's definitely not the case. And that's boring as well. And also, just so you know, if you think that it's always intentional, then you think that Wizards are geniuses and that they're always one step ahead of you, when literally they're half clownfish that screw up constantly, right? So you are totally free to believe that it's always intentional with the leaks and stuff, but for me, nah, man, there's all kinds of ways that information can get out. They've had people steal sheets from their production facilities and had criminal charges pressed, so it's definitely not always intentional. But I'm also cynical enough to absolutely believe that Wizards is behind some leaks. Why wouldn't they be? It's like guerrilla marketing, you know? Doomblade says, do you think killing Bolas was a mistake in the story? I feel like he would have been a good background like Phyrexia. Thunder Junction reminds me of Bionicle from Lego. It's a weird shakeup of ideas. Okay, first of all, thanks for the super chat. Secondly, Bolas, how do you feel about Doomblade spreading lies about you? I ain't dead, you fucking mungus, you dumb bastard. I'm in the meditation realm. I'm stuck in the meditation realm with my brother. You fucking mouth-breathing Magoo. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? There's literally a card it's about me getting in prison. You think they would kill me? I'm Nickel fucking Bolas, bitch. I'll be back. I'll be back. Harder, fatter, thicker, more throbbing than ever. I ain't dead. Just ask your mother. I was banging her last night. Fucking Nickel Bolas dead. Get out of here with that shit. No. The Wizards doesn't have the stones to kill Bolas. They put him in the fucking timeout zone. They went, you go in the timeout zone, Nicky. So he's trapped in the spirit realm. Ugin stole his name. So until he can get his name back, there's nothing he can do. So congratulations. Congratulations. He ain't dead. And that's because, like, literally somebody asked, will Nicol Bolas come back? And like, if we didn't want him to come back, he'd be dead. So don't worry, buddies. He's coming back. He's coming back. Oh, hold on. There we go. Afterlife Super Chat says, greeting to my fellow owners of luxury cardboard rectangles. Thunder Junction looking better than expected. Have a great stream. Hey, thanks, Afterlife. Appreciate it, buddy. So yeah, they just put him in the timeout zone. You know, the same way they put Emrakul in the moon? And let's be very clear. While I think it's weak sauce to do something like that, on the other hand, Wizards needs to do that because they don't currently have the capability to make, like, new villains, it seems like. The last time I felt like they could have really established a villain was what they did with Amonkhet, because the plan with Amonkhet was so fucking amazing that it would have immediately established whoever was behind it as a multiverse level threat. Turning, like, going to the world of Amonkhet and taking their religious structure and reworking it, taking all their gods, brainwashing their gods, and turning it into a factory to create essentially magical super soldiers was so awesome, and I did not see it coming. That is a really, really cool and really, really dark concept. That has, like, bro, that's the stuff I love to see, where it's like, whoa, you're so vicious. You have no problem taking, like, all the lives of everybody on this entire world into your own hands for your own purposes. You took their gods that walked amongst them and turned their gods against them, and now their gods are butchering them, thinking that they're doing good when they're really just feeding super soldiers to an evil freaking tyrant who wants to take over the multiverse. Like, bro, that would establish anybody as an incredible villain. That was great. That's the last time something really great happened in terms of, like, the like dark, powerful, epic level stuff. Although on another note, in terms of cool stories, if you want to know, the first Throne of Eldraine story has a lot of great aspects to it and some really dark shit that I wouldn't think Wizards would be responsible, like Wizards would make in this day and age. Not the level of Amonkhet, but genuinely engaging. The whole Will and Kenrith, Will and Rowan, both being the twin children of a witch who basically ensorcelled their father, had the father drain all their blood out of them into a bucket, and then he was literally just going to go and whip their bodies down a well. And it's like he was under the control of a witch. Oh, it's so insane. And they're brought back to life. They're brought back to life by this this life restoration magic that's just supposed to bring back one person, but somehow brings them both back. Did only one of them have a Planeswalker spark and it fused into both of them at that point? Because they're the only Planeswalker with a shared spark, which is such a cool concept. So yeah, Throne of Eldraine had an awesome story, but not that level of insanity, right? So, like, Wizards doesn't have the stones right now to write good characters, because to write good characters, you have to make believable people, and they won't make believable people right now. We just don't get it, right? Like, it's difficult to find anything but caricatures that lack real depth, and the changes they want to make feel knee-jerk, where people like Liliana, for example, are like, Liliana was evil, and then she's like, well, now I'm good because of the War of the Spark stuff, and I just want to be a healer and whatever. And it's like, this doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel earned or believable. And it's not something that they're like building anything with. It's just random how people are each story, it feels like. So having Nicol Bolas tucked away so we can have him come back rather than trying to, yo, check it out, I'm Bicky Nolas. And it's like, what? I'm Bicky Nolas. And I'm going to intentionally say things to you that you don't like hearing. That's your evil, is it? Yep, I'm going to tell you things you don't want to hear. Anything else? You know what I mean? Nope. I'm Bicky Nolas. It's like, okay. Like, Bicky Nolas came up and is like, you know what, bro? I don't think you look nice today. And it's like, okay, Bicky. Okay, calm it down, Nolas. You know, it's... Like look at what they did with look at the unsatisfying crap they did with the Phyrexians, like Elish Norn. Look at the way Elish Norn died. We're like, Elish Norn got destroyed by her own Phyrexians. Okay. Then all the Phyrexians fell down. Would you care to explain that to me? Yeah, well, here's how it works. Elish Norn has like a Wi-Fi connection to all of the Phyrexians. And that's so like she can remain in charge and control and stuff. So when she falls down, all the Phyrexians fall down. And it's like, oh, so Elish Norn has the ability to control Phyrexians with this Wi-Fi? Yeah, huh? So all those Phyrexians that destroyed her at the end, the ones that were connected to her with Wi-Fi that she can control. Yeah, huh? Why didn't she control them and stop them from tearing their legs off and stuff? Yeah, huh? So they do that. And then she falls down and the Wi-Fi shuts off and all the planes are completely unphyrexianized. Aren't you satisfied with the story? It's so good. It's so good. Finn, plumping Phyrexians. Finn, you've been corrupted by Clayton. You've been corrupted by Clayton. What? Chaos! That's amazing! Bro, I have called it Phyrexian Wi-Fi a whole bunch of times, but I never thought about changing the F-I to P-H-Y for Phyrexian. Mwah! Magnifique. Well done. Well done. Because the good guys win, yeah, but you got it, like, you want it earned. That's what you really want. And they didn't do it in this, like, not only did they stuff with Elish Norn, but they're like, Elish Norn snaps one of Vorinclex's horns off and throws it in a tantrum. And it's like, okay. Also, Vorinclex gets his head cut off by a lady angel who's better than drinking than dudes. You spent more time writing about how she can drink dudes under the table than you did about Vorinclex. Stop it. Stop that. Write better stories. You're focusing on the wrong details, right? So, yeah, right now, Wizards is not currently capable of creating compelling villains, it feels like. But I am genuinely hopeful that going forwards, we will see something better. Because we have reached the point where the level of forced outside committee writing crap that we saw, where all of a sudden Nis and Chandra are a couple, but now they're not a couple, right? Because she's actually loved Gideon all along, but now they're a couple again because they're freaking around in the corporate office. What do we do? What do we do? It seems like all that's calming down. The fact that they've stapled Kellen onto everything, to me, is just a signal that they want to go back to how things were before they started this narrative divergence that has definitely not aided them in telling good stories, because instead of focusing on telling good stories, they were focused on itemizing things that need to be included in the story. And when you itemize things that need to be included in the story, you focus more on making sure you have particular things rather than making sure you have a story. And I've been watching this anime called Mashal, and I have to say that it has really driven home for me in recent times just how much story and immersion matters. Doomblade Super Chat says they really could have made Erebras kill Norn with how they described his faction as creative and free, and just fucked off after the war of this faction, maybe become an ally wildcard in the future. Do you know he's dead, right? Like, do you know that I found to be incredibly unsatisfying, where they played up Erebras as the enemy of Norn. He was like, all the other Phyrexian Praetors marched lockstep with Norn, part of her vision, all of it, right? But then you have Erebras, who's like, no, man, because they have the red individuality streak in them, they're like, hey, okay, no, actually, I'm not in this, like, I believe in Phyrexia, but not Norn's unified Phyrexia version. I believe that everyone will choose to come to Phyrexia of their own accord when we show them the way. So he believes in individual choice. As a result, he was not exactly aiding the Mirren resistance, but he was tolerating their presence, right? There's literally flavor text like talking about it. When the Mirren rebels show up at the Great Furnace, Erebrask's decree stunned his followers. Let them stay, right? So it was built up as if he was going to be leading this counter army against Elish Norn, to the point where he literally traveled to Capenna, being torn apart in the process to learn the secrets of Halo, again, presumably to battle against Elish Norn. But they had changed the story to go, well, actually, Sheoldred is the big enemy of Norn. And it's like, do you care to make that make sense to me, please? Because it doesn't. Like, even if Sheoldred has turned against Norn, Erebrask is still the one who is the biggest threat overall. But they basically just cut him to pieces and threw him off screen, and then brought Sheoldred out to be like, my ancient nemesis. And it's like, this entire conversation should be happening with Erebrask. Why are you setting up all the bowling pins and then throwing the bowling ball through a window over here? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've carefully put up all the bowling pins, and we're all like, come on, baby. Stick your fingers in the hole and knock it down. Slam it straight down. Strike. And then they're like, bam, out the window. And you're like, but you put all the bowling pins here and you have a bowling ball. You made me think this is bowling, not window shot putt or whatever insanity you're playing here, right? So, yeah, you've just got this scenario where it goes, this doesn't add up. And immersion matters. Like, I'm watching, like I said, the show Mashal, which, by the way, is amazing. I felt genuine awe and gratitude after watching it today when I realized, I love to be surprised. And I haven't been surprised in a way that I really felt appreciative of in a while. And the Mashal storyline has been engaging. They have their own world, they have their own rules, and they keep their rules consistent. So the immersion feels proper. And I don't sit there going, wait, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't line up. Wait, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't line up. Because that pulls you out, right? And so I'm watching this. Spoilers, by the way. I fully recommend you watch this anime. It's incredible. It's about a world full of magicians where it is illegal to be a non-magician, punishable by death. And the story is about a guy who has no magical powers, but has increased his physical proportions to mythical status, which almost essentially mimic the level of magic. And so he's defeating magicians while having powerful sorcerers, while having no actual magical capabilities of his own. And so he's trying to become this high-ranking member of a magical academy, right? Having no magical capabilities. He gets into this fight it's a test, basically. Some really, really, really high-ranking dude is like, there's no way you can make it any further unless I give you permission. And I'm just not going to give you permission unless you prove to me that you're worthwhile. So here's what we're going to do. He carves a circle, tiny little circle on the floor. And it's basically like, you can't move off this circle. It goes a little different in the story because I don't want to give you full spoilers in case you're going to watch it. But it's basically, you can't move off of this circle. So the first match, and I'm going to come at you with 3 attacks. First attack he comes at him with, but he dodges it, right? The second attack that he comes at him with, he literally just punches the magic and gets rid of it, just that way, right? But the third attack, Buddy comes at him with a magical sword where he's doing multiple slashes that he can't dodge it. He can't dodge it and he can't block it because if it touches him even slightly, it will set him on fire with the kind of magical fire that burns until whatever it's burning is gone. So if it touches him, he will be burnt to ash and there's nothing he can do, right? And so I'm watching it and I'm going, what can he possibly do in this situation? He's hosed. And then what he does is he squats down with his crazy powerful legs, forces them into the ground, and then he leaps upwards, ripping the circle that he's still standing in the circle, but he leaps into the air with the circle around his feet, so he's still technically doing it. And I could not for the life of me conceive of this happening. And I'm just staring and going, yes, this is amazing. You don't even understand. And there's so many moments like that. The writing on the show is fantastic. It doesn't have a bunch of inconsistent garbage. I adore it. And stuff like that makes me realize we used to have more of that in Magic. It was never perfect, but it doesn't need to be. Mashal is incredible. Oh yeah, you know what? If you like Harry Potter too, that's true. It totally is aping Harry Potter in a bunch of ways. It's a magical school. It's a Harry Potter style magical school with a dude who has no magic who is crushing it. And he has such a good heart. All of it. I love it. It's incredible. It's incredible. So good. So good. Yeah, Doomblade, I agree, bro. They threw away potential when they didn't. They could have kept a Praetor or two, but they just wanted to be like, no, New Phyrexia is just, we're shoving it over here now. Everything. Like they put Nicol Bolas in the timeout zone. Now Phyrexia's in the timeout zone. They go, Phyrexia's over here now or whatever. We'll bring it back when we feel like it. I hope that you guys feel really threatened, because last time, remember when we said, nothing will ever be the same. Everything has changed. And it's like, has anything changed because of the Phyrexian War? Anything aside from a statement on Arena going, the Golgari aren't welcome on Ravnica no more, really, because they helped the Phyrexians. And it's like, do you want to show us this in the story at all? No, because it's not about Ravnica. It's about using up the Capenna artwork. Doomblade, yeah, you've seen Mashal. It's great. Gerthulu, you're down with it. It's fantastic. Chaos, yeah, if you like punching magic, you're gonna love it. He literally does suplexes and all kinds of crazy moves. It's great. And I could never have conceived of enjoying a show on this level like I do, but it's so good. Normally what I do is I like to watch shows like binge watch an entire season, wait until the whole season's out. But after finishing the first season, I couldn't. I'm like, there's a second season. It's not done. There's only 9 episodes. But I dived in. I've already watched 7 of them. There's 2 left. Or is there 1 left? Not enough. I know that. Not enough. Didn't the Phyrexian War get rid of Sparks? No, the Phyrexian War didn't get rid of Sparks. What it did was it destabilized the Blind Eternities and removed a number of people's Sparks. But that wasn't really properly written into the story. What they did was they just said, we want more legendary creatures and less planeswalkers because we're chasing Commander now. So they forced it into the story going, Elspeth going out into the Blind Eternity with the Silex did that. And a bunch of planeswalkers lost their Sparks, but we're not going to tell you who, and it really doesn't matter. Like, it didn't feel like it was satisfying, especially when they went, all the planeswalkers lost their Sparks because of what happened through the Blind Eternities, except for Nahiri. Nahiri put her spark into a stone and then dropped it. Oops. You know? And it's like, what? Yeah, also Nahiri got rid of all of her Phyrexianitis. How? Her arms were spikes. Shut up, idiot. We have Nahiri artwork kicking around and we're going to use it. So eat a bag, bro. Like, they said they're giving us a renewed focus on lore. And amazingly, they spent more money on the Markov lore than whatever previous set because there's 10 installments of the main story, right? They spent more, like, so I'm hoping that going forwards, I'm hoping Markov Manor is a low point and we're ramping up. Ramping up. Another good anime is the wrong way to use healing magic. Well, you know what? I'll note it down. There's a lot of awesome stuff coming out of Japan and South Korea as well. South Korea makes a lot of great entertainment, bro. It's, I think part of it just comes down to the fact that North America over the last X number of years has had a whole bunch of weird crap going on with extra nonsense shoved into things that are being made that have nothing to do with actual, like, storytelling and everything to do with other corporate goals and stuff like that. And so as a result, you really do notice how lackluster stories are in these parts and how much more satisfying they are when they don't have all that layered in. So I decided I'm actually changing my approach to animes instead of just watching when seasons are completed. I'm going to start like watching them as they're ongoing and marking them down on the calendar and just experiencing it like old school TV. What planeswalker in lore is still comprehensible? Angrath. He just cares about getting home to his family, whatever else, right? I don't think that they changed Angrath at any point. Angrath's just kind of a dickhead who cares about himself, getting home to his family. He talks smack to people, and that that never changed. That's that. There you go. There you go. Jess, what? Oh, your fucking technical skills are making the app shut down on you. All right. Yeah, Grthulu, honestly, world building is super important, and it's really satisfying to watch something and not constantly have your brain go, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Like, you made the rules of the world, just play within your own rules, right? Think Oko is technically unchanged. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Oko's just the same. It's literally just, as far as I'm concerned, a bunch of artwork they had kicking around from the second Throne of Eldraine set or whatever, or maybe just from alternates from the first that they wanted to use. Like, Oko on the elk with the cowboy hat, to me, says they had Oko riding an elk and just painted a cowboy hat on them, right? I will admit that I'm heavily biased in this regard, so there may be cards that were totally designed for Thunder Junction that I will go, no, that was probably for something else and they painted a cowboy hat on it. But Markov Manor really primed me for that because it's super clear that's what they did. I was talking to a buddy down at the game store today, somebody who hadn't been playing Magic that much lately but was really into Magic, and I'm talking about Markov Manor, and I'm like, see, because they had a bunch of extra Capenna crap kicking around, so they shoved it in here, and then they went and they just grabbed things like random elementals and painted fedoras on them, and he's like, that's what happened, yeah, I saw that! Like, once you explain it, people go, that is exactly what happened. They just crammed Capenna in there, painted some hats under Ravnikins, and when it fits, it fits. And it really doesn't. It really doesn't. So everyone that got Phyrexian Eyes just turned back. Well, it's really confusing because, like, for certain people, like a Johnny and Nissa, they had to undergo incredibly dangerous magical surgery that involved like Malira giving up her life, I think, even when she didn't have to like cleanse their sparks of the Phyrexian taint, and then also they could surgically remove all the Phyrexian parts because they kept the whole outer exoskeleton of Nissa so that Chandra could kick it into her hole. It was just, there was no consistency. There was no consistency to any of that, right? The story was very, very ham-fisted and confusing, where you have Elspeth ending up outside the Blind Eternities, and Sarah, the dead planeswalker who's been dead for thousands of years, is there, and she hugs Elspeth and angel wings pop out of her back, and also Sarah can apparently freeze all of time until the exact right moment for Elspeth to pick to do something, but if Sarah could do that, she could have frozen time before and not let things get so bad. But Sarah's like, I've frozen time, you must choose the right moment. Why any of this? You're a god. You're a planeswalker goddess of good or whatever, right? So like, if you know the Phyrexians are bad, and you're literally stopping time. So like, why don't you stop time before everybody gets hose bagged? Oh, but like, no, guy, it's a story. So like, I gotta wait. Well, can you write it in the story? There's a reason for you to wait. I told you the reason wait because we're not there in the story yet. We gotta wait for that part where Giada goes, okay, angels, let's go. And you're like, Giada, you mean the little girl angel? Why is she leading these people? She's new. Why is she in charge? Shut up! This little girl's in charge. Now also, watch Angelo's daughter spray paint Phyrexians. Your love is my heart! What? What? So yeah, it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent. For some people, you can just you can have arms that were spikes and just like Nahiri's arms were spikes. If you look at Nahiri as the Phyrexian, her arms are blades, and then they just show her later walking along by herself. Fine, she cured herself of Phyrexianness, pulled her own spark out, put it in a stone, and broke it. It was just like, did any of you guys read any of like? Are you just running around constantly having to work on new stuff to the point where you can't look at what you've done before at all? Because that's what it ends up like, you know? So yeah, man, the storytelling aspect it's a big one. It's a big one. I feel like right now we are just starting to exit the biggest story low in Magic's history, right? It's the biggest problem time in Magic's story period starts with War of the Spark, and hopefully starts to end a little bit after this, because I fully expect the story for this set to be very fucking stupid. Let's be clear about that. While I think Thunder Junction has coherent flavor, I think the story is going to be incoherent, right? You're just going to go, Oko's like a planeswalker, and there's got to be better ways to rob this vault that we're talking about. So, you know, Finn, yes, it definitely does have some feeling of some Chat GPT vibe to it. It's true. It's true. Orlando, yeah, the red letter media quote. Don't ask questions, just consume product and get ready for next product. That totally is very apt for the current era of Magic, right? Like Markov Manor. So you want to know about the world? You want this to make sense? Just shut up and buy it, idiot. We didn't spend any time making this make sense because it doesn't. So Just buy it. The cards aren't going to match the story because fuck you. You're not worth the time or respect it would take to do that. That costs money, and you're too stupid to understand that we've done this anyways. You're just dumb, and we'll just accept this. And it's like, okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just engage with the hats that speak to you. That's great. That's great. Just engage with the hats. So yeah, man. You know, obviously I'm a mixed bag of cautious optimism and a hopeless cynicism. Because it's Wizards, and they've proven that's kind of how you have to look at it, right? What else are you supposed to think? But again, I'm happy to be going to a new world, and it looks like this is at least coherent. This doesn't look like, well, it doesn't look like it's all just random slush art from all over the place. It is a Western world with some slush art layered in. What up, Thoth? Can't be disappointed if your expectations were already low. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. I didn't realize how bad Markov Manor would be. It was even worse than I would have anticipated. Craziness. Craziness. So yeah, I would love to see a proper return to caring about the story and the flavor overall. And the fact that they said they're rededicating themselves to lore and that they spent the money on 10 installments for Markov Manor, even though the set was terrible, does show that they're putting some resources towards it, right? Because if they weren't, that would have been 5 installments. They are actually doing another fun thing with the mystery aspect of it on Arena, where like each week they're giving you a little puzzle, and it's just like, I think you just have to figure out a card name or a word or whatever. Like the first one was Proft, right? You tell Proft, and it's like, here you go, here's your reward. But if you do all of them, then you get a special token that gets you access into a special Arena event. I like that. I like little things like that. That's fun. That's fun. Josh, if Bloomborough doesn't have a Redwall secret layer, you'll be disappointed. I have no idea what it takes to do all that kind of licensing, but considering the number of people who have mentioned Redwall when they saw this set specifically, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did actually try and get some kind of secret layer crossover going with that, because they do like to dabble with whatever properties again, and they actually have reached out way further than I thought they would. Apparently, they've reached out to people like Brandon Sanderson about doing like a Cosmere universe beyond with his writings, but that kind of got put on the back burner once all the Marvel deals and things like that started coming through. So it just shows that Wizards they're not just going with really obvious standard properties, they're going all over the place, which means there's a lot of possibilities. Doomblade Super Chat says, the last set I participated was in Lost Caverns because, dinos. But now it's just waiting for them to universe beyond an IP that I like Five Nights at Freddy's. I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's is like, that ship has sailed, bro. I feel like there's very little chance of them doing one of those, because now that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie came out, and as far as I can tell, that just kind of ends the whole Five Nights at Freddy's phenomenon. I don't know, though. Who knows? Like I said, Wizards is going in all kinds of crazy directions. So 2 days from now, I could be like, check it out. They actually have a Five Nights. Go to Friday Night Magic. Five Nights at Freddy's. Friday Night Magics at Freddy's. It could happen. It could happen. You know what? Duskmorn. Who knows? Duskmorn is going to be a horror-based set. So you never know what they might try and layer in for that. For me, I'm hyped for Bloomborough. That's the one. That's the one that I really want to get in on. That's the one that I'm most interested for this year. Thunder Junction went from a complete thumbs down to me to like it's like it's in the middle now. It's in the middle, right? I'm like, it doesn't really, it's not like full thumbs up in, but I'm all, whatever. Because, like I said, New World with actual cohesive flavor is heartening for me. And it's genuinely been a while since we got to go to a New World. So I'm glad that this set isn't going to be as frustrating as Markov Manor was leading into Bloomborough. Fisher, I'm with you on that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the 89, 90 versions or whatever, you know, like the old 80s ones. I'd be down for that. I don't want the new ones. Those aren't my turtles. That meme, you wish Universes Beyond was its own standalone product? Yeah, well, Wizards doesn't want that. That was silverboarded stuff, right? They do not want that at all. They want it all mixed together. They don't want any Magic cards to be considered unofficial Magic cards that you can't play with. Pedro, do I think I'll ever play Standard, Pioneer, or Commander at this point in my Magic life? I'm not going to lie. I actually thought yesterday that I might give Commander some more leeway and might try and play some more Commander and set aside the distaste that I have for 4-player Magic, right? So it's possible. Yeah, I mean, Standard, that kind of stuff I'm more likely to play on Arena. I've been playing Arena more, building up some more resources, getting cards. I'm probably going to have like a 300 card Standard deck for a 300 card green Standard deck. I've done that before. In paper Standard, I feel like it's unlikely. There's not much going on for that in my area. There's not a lot of people playing Standard. Wizards' efforts haven't really revitalized Standard, and that's part of what's made me go, maybe I do need to give Commander more of a chance, because I want to spend more time playing Magic, getting out, socializing with people, and I still haven't gotten back into a proper rhythm since the whole shutdown of the world. But in an attempt to try and broaden my horizons, I did snag a couple of Lorcana decks for me and Carly to try out. I saw Scrooge McDuck, and I was just like, all right, it's a duck blur. You know what I'm talking about? DuckTales, fuck you. I will go and bang your mom now, DuckTales. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Scrooge McDuck got me. I'm like, okay, what's up, Scrooge? And I said to Carly, I'm like, well, like what would look cool to you? And she's like, oh, I like Dalmatians. So I was like, all right. So I picked up some decks so that I can get out and play Lorcana with people. You know, like just go out, play games, have a good time, spend more time having fun. Do I like Arch Enemy? Yes, I do, Finn. Every day there is a new Hazon. That's true. What up, Anthony? Doomblade says, Mike, we get it. You're a furry mouse. It's okay. We still love you for everything you do. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be a funny IP. The horror set is Resident Evil. No, I don't think it's Resident Evil. It's like a weird plane where like the entire plane is one gigantic horror mansion, which is a funky concept. And by the way, if I was a furry, I wouldn't be a mouse, right? I genuinely don't understand how people are like, oh, look, this is a set with a bunch of animals in it. It's for furries. It's like, there's animals in every set? So, yeah, but like they're human. Yeah, there's lots of humanoid animals in Magic, and there have been for like the whole time. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but there's been Minotaurs since the beginning of Magic. So I guess everybody who plays Magic's a furry, huh? You guys are all furries, every single person, just so you know. That's how reductive it becomes overall. Or I've seen it posted a bunch, and I'm just like, People parrot stuff, but yeah. There's animals and animal people, so it's gotta be this degenerate, deviant stuff, right? You know, it's just, you just go, oh no, actually I just think they're cool. Like I just think a world full of animals is cool, and seeing a mouse acting like a person, little mouse with a little rapier and the leaf shield and everything, that's really cool to me. There's no like, I identify as a wolf. You know, like I identify as Hatcher. And there ain't no animal on the planet better than that, son. So why would I be a fucking furry when I get to be this? You see? Maybe if I wasn't this, I would understand why people are furries. Boy, you know, I get to be me. So there's no... Yeah, no. I'd be another animal. Every other animal is shit compared to humans. You know how I know? Oh, it's called the internet, asshole. Pick whatever animal you want. What are you, a fucking dolphin? Great, you're a magoo who lives underwater. What are you, a bear? Go live in a cave, dumb fuck. Sleep for 4 months. I'll be beating it on the internet. Checkmate, ho. I fucking win. Mankind is the best planet. Like, the best planet, the best species on the planet. It's not even close. Everything else is a joke. Why would you even want to be that? It's like, yo, in D&D, I got 18 strength, 18 intelligence, 18 charisma, all that. And you're like, yeah, I'm picking the guys that has 3 and everything. Congratulations. You're like, what? So yeah, that furry shit's hilarious. I mean, obviously, people who are gonna be jumping all over, go, woo! But like, if you like this set, then you're a degenerate. So yeah, humans is the best, yo. Humans is the best. Might be fun to be an eagle or a falcon because you could fly. Oh yeah, fly to do what, dickhead? Really, just ask yourself, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Wow, I'm flying. What are you gonna eat now? Another bird, some bugs or something? Never have it cooked, can't have bacon. You watch TV, you don't even know what you're watching. You fucking land in front of somebody's couch and look in the window, watch TV. You got nothing. It's a rip. Fly over the world with nothing to do and everything sucks. It's a bullshit. Every animal's lives suck. Fly to where you want. Where do you want to go? Go stand out in the fucking woods and do nothing, because that's what you'd be doing as a bird. You can do that. You can do nothing. You can go where you want, do nothing, and eat fish. You don't have to be a stupid bird to do that, just so you know. Just so you know. I don't like, you're like, I don't want to fly, but you'd have a fucking bird brain. You'd have a bird brain. You don't get to be you with your fucking intelligence and your ability to fully appreciate the fucking majesty of what you're seeing. You're a puny little bird brain flying around looking for something. I gotta find something to eat. Oh, it's raining and cold in the air. Wow, it sucks. Oh, I got some feathers pulled out. Oh, I crashed into the ground. I'm dead. Oh, I get sick and I die because we don't have medicine. It sucks. Being every animal sucks dicks, man. You just fucking think it'd be better because you're only selectively taking. If you could just, if I could fly, but what are they, fucking, yeah, great, you get hit by a friggin' airplane or something, get sucked into the intake. Woohoo! Wow, have a crappy, worthless life and then get blasted apart by a plane. Wow, owls rank smart? Well, then I'd love to be an owl. Instead of having the internet and everything, I'd love to fly around at night eating fucking mice and shit and then go and fucking spewing out chunks of their bones wrapped in their fur. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Like, bro, have you had cheesecake? Have you tried booze or getting high? Like, have you tried any of that shit? Like, mankind has everything. We have literally everything. The animals have fucking nothing. You want to fly? We have airplanes and fucking helicopters, bro. Right? You can put on fucking virtual reality and pretend you're fucking Superman. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Humanity is the best. You're already at the top of the pile. I wish I was a stick. What? What? What up, Pierce? Only dogs are close. They get to have cheeseburgers and watch TV. Dogs know what's up. They're like, yo, what's up? I'm going to go live with the humans and hang out. Like, they've got good stuff. So I'm going to get stuff from them. They're not all like, I'm going to go and live in your plants and eat the roots and stuff. Ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Top of the food chain. That's right. That's right, every day. All things go in our bellies because we win. Yeah, thought the turbines, exactly. Milram says, remember before medicine how humans lived to like 30? Yeah, I remember having to knock teeth out of your head with a fucking rock because they're rotten and you don't want to die. Gank, gank, gank. Yeah, I don't remember that either. You know what I remember? Going and taking a nice comfortable dump on my fucking toilet, right? You know what else I remember? Turning on the tap and having perfectly clean, drinkable water non-stop flow into my home. You know what else I love? Having an uninterrupted supply of fucking food that isn't all poisoned and rotten. It's amazing. Food security is incredible. Why the fuck would you want to be a bullshit animal? Like, they all suck in comparison. Humanity is so much better, it's not a competition. Fucking snails aren't out there going, okay, we gotta deal with global warming and we gotta colonize Mars. Are they? No, they're going, I gotta drag my slimy ass across the fucking street and hope I don't get run over with a popping noise because it's raining. Fuck you, snails. You lose, I win. Doomblade says you can steal food and shit and not be blamed for being an ass. You can shit on people. You can also annoy people by banging your head on a wall. That's it? If that's all you got, you're not fucking selling me on nothing, son. Wow, you can steal food and not be blamed. Yes, you can. You know, like, other animals will still blame you for that. If you steal from other animals, they're gonna look at you that way. And I got news for you. Birds don't get any satisfaction from crapping on us. They can't even conceive of what they're doing. Again, it's the whole, oh, but if I had a human brain, you'd fucking hate it. You would realize so quickly, yo, let me ask you a question. How do you jerk it as a bird, dickhead? Huh? How do you do that? Yeah, good luck with that. Well, you think you're gonna give yourself a fucking wing job? I don't think so. Checkmate, motherfucker. Checkmate. You can't even touch your own sad bird dick, right? Forget it. Forget it. I have a mouth but cannot scream. Saying if you had to be an animal beside human, you'd choose an owl. They're pretty cool. Well, I guess if you had to pick an animal, yeah, owl's not a terrible choice. They are pretty funky. They are pretty funky. A human brain and a bird sounds like a good horse. Yeah, you know what? Actually, that would be half decent for horror. Totally. No, they don't, Evan. No, they don't. Crapping on people doesn't mean anything to them. They're not doing it out of vengeance. I will teach you, person. I'm going to crap on your car because I know it just got washed. Birds just don't care, bro. They just don't care. All animals do that. All animals just travel and take dumps as they move. It's insane. It's insane. They're just walking along crapping and stuff. You ever seen horses walking? Just imagine walking. Try that, bro. Next time you're sitting down on the toilet, imagine walking down the street and just taking a dump as it's just falling out. Because that's what a bunch of animals do. Birds are the same. They just fly on by. There's not some satisfaction they get from it. Sushi, yeah, you showed up. You know, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. We're talking about the important subjects. Finn, as a dog getting to lick yourself. Bro, we're on the verge of sex robots. And you can get other humans to, like, I've had no problem getting, there's no, being able to lick your own junk as a dog, no, that's not even close, no. I've never been like, man, that would make it all right. I don't want my own junk in my mouth, bro. That goes in other people's mouths, okay? That's pretty obvious. That's not a win. That's not a win. That's not a win. Chaos, you saw a human with a bird brain driving yesterday. Well, those people abound. There, I went to a magic festival last night, guys. Not a Magic the Gathering festival. A Spirits and Crystals Magic Festival. And holy fucking shit. It did not disappoint. The fucking magoos. Some of the magoos that were in this place. Fucking fat dude in a muumuu with his own handmade, like, fucking wands and shit. And it's like, I'm a druid. It's like, no, you're not. You're not a druid. That's not a thing, bro. That's not a thing. And you, honey, you on the floor, who's offering to fucking read the bones for money. You can't see the future. You know how I know? Because you're at this shitty walk-in festival hoping people will give you $10 for you to pull this bullshit. If you could read the future in any kind of way, like, you think you have the ability to read the future, and this is the best you can do with this fucking gift? Is fucking running a fucking low-level grift at a bullshit festival? For real? Okay. All right, then. And they had these fucking candles. Hey, do you want to get pregnant? Fucking then go ahead and light this fat, pregnant, big titty lady candle. Fat glass dongs. And who the fuck buys like a glass fucking sphere with a bird skull and grass? Like, bro, if I went into somebody's house and they had that shit, I'd be like, you pretentious LARPing sack of fucking crap. I dress in all black and wear a big black flowing cloak and I have animal skulls around my house. I'm like, I feel sorry for you. This is not how adults act. You are not a fucking adult. What is this LARPing bullshit? I can't even, for fuck's sakes, man. I'm Elmer, Mister of the Dark. Okay. All right, pal. These fucking people. I'm like, yeah, magical powers and crystals and stuff. How can you believe in any of this, you fucking idiots? How can you believe in magical powers and be such losers at the same time? How the fuck can you believe magic exists, you have it at your fingertips, and be complete failures? You have magic, and you have to be at the fucking farmer's market selling shit for $5? Like, you have magic in a world full of the mundane. People can't use magic. And you need $5 for... What? It's so silly. What if they're a taxidermist? A taxidermist with a bunch of fucking dead stuff in their house, you're a fucking weirdo, right? You're a weirdo. That's it. That's it. You're strange. Most people don't want fucking, like, just dead things all over their house, bro. That's not normal. Hey, you know this fucking rat that's dead? What if I hollowed it out and, like, stretch its skin over and put it in my house as a statue? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That's gross. The taxidermied stuff always looks fucking freaky. I had an uncle who had a taxidermied fox. That thing was fucked. I don't know why you, like, you can get nicer manufactured things for your house. You don't need a shitty old dead thing, you know? Don't associate those lunatics with honest LARPers. That's funny. That's funny. So yeah, man. I mean, taxidermy. Like, talk about, bro, you're the only kind of women you're going to attract as a taxidermist are the kind of fucking chicks who carry around a fucking vial of their own blood around their neck and don't fucking shave their legs because it helps them focus their Wiccan crystal energy. So if you want to have your leg cheese grated while you bang some fat, gross Wiccan who thinks she has magic powers, I guess. Have fun, Mr. Taxidermist. You're really going to be fucking picking up the ladies, the high quality ladies are definitely attracted to a house full of fucking dead, tatty animals. Dow, in Alan Wake 2, you could pet taxidermy deer heads, and I kept thinking that I wanted them come to life. It's scary. You know what? The cut-off heads on the wall as hunting trophies, that's the one kind that doesn't make me go, like, it's, I don't think they're awesome or anything, but they don't set off the same kind of, what the hell is this? They're just like, yeah, okay, you like to hunt and you keep the heads. Kind of a bit weird, but not, it's not the same to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't give the same energy, the same feel. Why the fuck would you go and get a bunch of dead things, hollow them out, and put them all over your house? You know, like, that ain't normal. That ain't normal. Punky, you briefly dated a girl until you went to her house. She had squirrel bones and told you she poisoned them because they ran across the roof and kept her up at night. Well, I can see why you stopped dating her. Yeah, yes, Joe. I meant that the fox, the fox was messed up. That's what I meant. Not the other version of the stuff. Although, who knows? Who knows? Like, if you've got a bunch of pigeons, if you've got a bunch of dead pigeons and rats and stuff in your house, I'm willing to believe you fucked them 100%. Like you're already out there. Like it's not that far a cry from I found this dead rat outside and I hollowed out its insides and I'm gonna fill its insides too. I'm gonna fill its insides with me. Right? Who's gonna say anything? You're already weirdly obsessed with death, so I mean, just go the fucking whole route. Why not? Honestly, I guess, you know what? I just realized I already think taxidermists are freaks because the idea of thinking about one of them banging their taxidermied animals didn't really ratchet it up that much in my mind, which means they're already right up there. Like, it's one thing if you do it as a business and you're like, oh, I sell this stuff to hunters and I make good bank. It's another if you're just like one of those goofbag chicks and you go to their house and like they've got like a bird skeleton nailed to the wall and you're like, honey, you're so fake. Like, this isn't real. Like, I want you to understand, this isn't real, Naomi. You're just being fake. You're not this thing. You can be a human. Like, if I ever dated a fucking Wiccan or something like that, that shit wouldn't last. And I don't mean the relationship. The relationship would last. I would get her to knock that off. I'd be like, okay, you don't have magic powers. Do you know why? Because magic doesn't exist. You know how I know? Because we would use it societally. It would actually be factored into our technology. You're not special. You haven't figured out some way to use magic that nobody else has. If magic was a thing, we would use it societally. The fact that we don't should tell you that it doesn't exist. But it must be fun to think you're special enough that you found these arcane powers. But it's crazy how they don't improve your life at all, right? Like, at all. But you can somehow believe you have magic powers. Like, how do you do that? How do you jump through those fucking hoops? So it wouldn't be long having that kind of conversation where it'd just be like, okay, so you understand that magic's not real. Yeah, I get it. It was dumb. Okay, excellent. Now we can proceed with our lives. That's how that would go. Craig, would I complain about a Wiccan orgy? Let me get this straight. You mean the dumbest, most unshaved women on the planet? Get all the fat, heffalump, unshaved women together who believe that they can do magic? Would I be able to resist that? Yeah, I have a sense of smell and I can feel my skin and stuff, so I don't want to feel greasy and slick and all fucking stabbed with big old spiky gross hair from women who don't give a shit about themselves, because why take care of yourself or do anything when you can just use magic to charm people, right? I would have showered and shaved, but don't worry, I hung an onyx over the fucking second rafter in my bathroom, so, you know. What? Murph, nope. Nobody knows the origin of the leak. Dun, dun, dun. And there's still 3 more packs to come. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the origin of the leak. I seen a video on a guy that heals with chi. Oh, that's definitely real. It's like electricity, and these scientists were studying this dude. I absolutely believe that, Jess, 100%. I absolutely believe that people can heal with chi just by touching. You know how I believe that? And why I believe that? Because it's documented medical technology we've been using all through the history of mankind, and nobody can just fake shit on the internet at all. It's impossible to fake shit on the internet, and chi healing is actually, that's what happened. I went to see my doctor, and he's like, oh, you have a medical problem. And then I'm like, are you going to write me a prescription? He's like, prescription? No. He put his hand on my chest, and he went, ha! And I was like, oh, keep it up. You're healing me, doctor. Ha! And I'm like, I'm cured of everything. And he's like, yeah, bro, chi. And I'm like, fuck yeah, high five, thanks, bro. And then I just left. Because it's legitimate medical healing and not a bunch of dumb nonsense. But don't worry, scientists were studying him. Scientists. He's fucking healing. Uh-huh. It's like those guys who pull fucking tumors out of people. I can pull the tumor out of you. And they just put their bloody fist on you, move it around, and then just pull a little bit of sheep's gut that they had tucked into their fingers. I just pulled the tumor out of you. Scientists studied it, so it's real. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Do I think someone would do that, go on the internet and tell lies? No. 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 Does everyday magician named Mike Hatcher yells into a device made of gemstones, and on my magic mirror I watch him? Correct, Murph. It is a pre-release kit that somebody is opening piecemeal. So we've seen 3 boosters, 3 remain. Cthulhu, yeah, you just gotta believe. You just gotta believe you're healed. You just gotta believe you're healed. Doc, why did you put another tumor in me? You didn't pay enough. You didn't pay enough. Yeah, it's like you took that tumor out, but another one grew back the next day. It's the same size. Like when I went back to the real doctors, I mean the fake doctors, and was like, hey, my tumor's cured. And they did an x-ray, like, no, your tumor's still there, stupid. It's exactly as big as it was before. Nuh-uh. Some guy went, bloop. Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I don't have tumors no more. No, you're going to die, stupid. Have I seen a guy that's immune to electricity? Nope. No, I haven't. Love to watch him go grab the fucking third rail at a subway stop or something. Yo, you're immune to electricity, are you? All right, buddy, go fucking barefoot on the third rail, son. Prove it, motherfucker. Right? Like, but actually, please don't. I do not wish to watch you die. Nobody has immunity like that. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. I fucking wish. I wish that I could believe in this stuff. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to believe in magic and all this kind of fucking stuff. But like, yeah, there's no one's immune to fucking electricity. That's not a thing. That is not a thing. That's not a thing. The internet's lying to you, Jess. You were being told lies. On multiple levels, you were being lied to. You were absolutely being lied to. The man who never eats. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been alive for 200 years and he never eats. They got scientists. They got... You don't need to send me a video, bro. I'm not going to believe it, especially after you go, he cooks a hot dog in seconds once he's charged up. You can't believe this is real. You're just fucking with me. You're just fucking with me. Oh. Cthulhu, I'm reading the wrong comment. Murph, I did mention that, buddy. You might not have caught it, but I mentioned it in the first video where I showed off the pre-release kit packaging. So it's possible that you're just not catching it because I talk a lot and you can miss a couple words real easy. The man who never eats, why is he dead? He's not. I'll send you a video. He cooks a fucking hot dog between his butt cheeks in 4 seconds by leaping up into the air and super farting, right? And scientists are studying his farts. They think he's actually a descendant of dragons, but they don't know why his dragon breath comes out his butt. But I promise you, I'll send you a video that verifies its legitimacy. Fuck right off. Doomblade says, go to your nearest Taco Bell and eat everything on the menu. Then later that night in your diarrhea shit stain, you'll see a message. Yeah, the message is stay out of Taco Bell, buddy. Imagine being able to absorb electricity. You could charge your phone by holding it. You could... Forget that. You could be fucking rich and famous. If there was some guy who could do this shit, I promise you, if there was a dude who could absorb electricity and fucking cook hot dogs and shit with it, I wouldn't be randomly hearing about this from some random person in one of my live streams. We would all be going, oh my God, what the fuck does this even mean? More likely, though, if someone like that ever did exist, they'd be fucking stuck in some government bunker being experimented on, not being able to make YouTube videos. Anything you see online that seems unbelievable is unbelievable. It's fake. The default is always to say that's not real. That is always your first answer. Always. And the response to that isn't, I saw it on a video online, so it has to be real. Everything is fake. You can fake anything now. Anything, Jess. Anything. Bro, anytime you think you see something real, it's not. If you see a video of somebody eating an apple, the apple's probably fake. That person's probably not real. All right? You especially need this message. Stop believing dumb bullshit. Evan, isn't there a statue in South America that cries oil? Absolutely. There's absolutely a magical statue that cries oil It's definitely a thing. Just like all those statues where they're like, it's crying. And then they find out, like, it's the tears of the saint. And they're all like, let me anoint myself in it. And they're like, actually, there's a fucking crack in the foundation. And that water's leaking from the toilet upstairs. So you've been rubbing fucking fecal water into your face going, praise the Lord, you fucking magoos. So yeah. Yeah, no. No, there's no fucking stigmata and the fucking statues don't cry. I got news for you motherfuckers. All that fun, crazy shit ain't real. Life is boring and mundane. That's it. You know what's real? Toast. Toast is real. Going to fucking work at your shitty job tomorrow. That's real. Magic ain't real. Insane bullshit ain't real. Ghosts ain't real. It's all made up nonsense. I know it's fun, but it ain't real. That's why we play Magic and shit. Why are you trying to add fucking this escapism nonsense into real life? Why are you trying to make that reality? It's not. It's not. And don't you understand how horrific it would be? Don't you understand what kind of nightmare it is, world that you would be living in? These powers would exist. You would have no fucking control over them. You would be some idiot who got mowed down in the fucking background. You're not going to be Captain Dick Fuck. You're going to be Captain Dick Splat, all right? That's it. That's it. I would be horrified to be in a world full of magic and all that stuff because odds are you're going to die. You're not going to live. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Jules, my last live stream? So the previous spoiler stream? You enjoyed that one? Because that was the last live stream. Oh, it says if magic isn't real, what are you the historian made of? Thick meat, son. Thick meat. The thickest meat. Yeah, there you go. Tomas, correct. Me making bacon in the morning. That's real. That's real. Juppel, you take that back. You take that back. They are fine luxury cardboard rectangles. Like seriously, if like how could like imagine like wizard schools are a lot of fun, but if you think about really being at one, it would be terrifying. It would be terrifying. It's like everybody has the fucking capability of a bomb that's about to go off. And you have no idea when anybody's going to do anything. And like, it's the magical world. So sometimes stuff happens. Oh yeah, that's the guy who got turned into the singing statue. And he's just been stuck here for 500 years. Like, that can be you. That can be you. And you're just a background note in everybody's life. Like, everybody thinks, I'd be the main character. You fucking wouldn't. Are you the main character now? Because whatever you have now, you would have that in the magical world. That's what you would be. You wouldn't be some dragon riding fucking amazing wizard. You'd be some asshole who worked in a fruit stall. Somebody stole your fruit. You tried to chase him down and you got blasted by some fucking magic because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. That has nothing to do with the fruit that was stolen by this kid who's just trying to survive as well. You would live a mundane life and die miserably. Yeah, exactly, Finn. You get turned into a statue like that, they just leave you like that because you don't matter. It's like, we're not using high-level magic on this chump, right? Like, I like the idea of a calm, peaceful, happy life. I don't want a life full of fucking tumult and insanity. I am super, super happy to live in the time frame I do. Humans haven't got to live this good in the past. Are you kidding me? So much struggle to exist, bro. So much struggle to exist. Dad Meme, the live stream is the pick-me-up you needed today. Well, good, man. I'm having a good time, too. Murph, I don't know if they've posted the stuff elsewhere. I fucking covered it myself. You want to see the other spoilers? Go watch the spoiler video I did on this channel. Go watch the live stream I did on the other channel. That'll get you up to speed. Otherwise, you're on your own. Because if it ain't from me, I don't care what it be. Jess says, if I promise to send you $5 April 1st, will you watch the videos I send? April 1st is April Fools. You trying to run a grift on me, son? You trying to fool me? You trying to get me to watch this stupid hot dog blowing up video? God. Fine. Fine. Evan, if you want my banning, unbanning guesses, I did a video on that. It's up on the channel, so you can check that out. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the ban, so we'll go. But yeah, if you want to know my predictions and actually laugh at the fact that I totally misspoke and said the wrong formats at certain points, people are like, wait, what are you saying this for this format for? And somebody's like, I think he screwed up because he started for this and then he switched to this format. And I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, this guy gets it. I totally wrote it down wrong. Finn, if you sent me kitchen gadgets, would I demo them on the kitchen cooking stream? Yes. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun, actually. And I'm looking for more things to get me moving into other content. In fact, I'm getting a cool piece of gear to help me make more content. I'll be getting it soon because tomorrow I get to put up my fucking sponsorship, get that off the table, and that means I can spend the sponsorship money. And I'm getting something specifically for channel. I'm getting something amazing. It's going to be so good. Graham Keyforge secret lair? Never. Never. Doomblade says the closest thing to magic is the internet. Oh, wait for it. The closest thing to magic for me is you guys. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so heartwarming. Jules, I got bad news for you, buddy. I don't know if you can tell from looking at all this. You're like, give me $50,000 worth of magic. Dude, I'm not rich, right? I'm not even middle class, bro. I am just not piss poor anymore. I can afford to eat, so I'm not razor thin. I can afford to keep a roof over my head. No. You're barking up the wrong tree, man. You can go on over to Alpha Investments. He probably has fucking 50K followers. Pocket doesn't even notice, right? I'm over here counting my pennies, bro. I count them all, and I hug them all. I love you, pennies. Help me, keep me alive. Finn, do I need more barks? You know what I actually need instead of barks is Kool-Aid. I've stopped drinking barks because I realized that they've changed the recipe. I don't like the taste of it the same way anymore. But more importantly, the caffeine is like I've removed a ton of caffeine from my diet. So now it's like I'll have a bit of caffeine from tea some days, but barks has been replaced with a different kind of sugar water so I can be healthier. I know it's kind of boring, but whatever, right? What up, Nathan? How you doing, buddy? Wangarang, don't you puke in here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I was being heartfelt, you fucking jackass. I'm a nice guy, you dumb fucking bastard. Why are you acting like I'm not awesome, you fucking weevil-kissing cockbag, huh? I'm just here trying to be a nice guy, you fucking skank sneezer, and you're trying to act like with your puking that I'm not a nice guy? Fuck you. Bruiser, you got a mild addiction to root beer? I mean, the sugar watt is good. The sugar watt is good. What up, Isaac? Happy Sunday to you, buddy. Yeah, I got a tub of Kool-Aid, and I'm like, beep, the dust is almost gone. They sell it in like these huge fucking like $18 containers. It's like fucking protein powder, but for fatty boys. Fatty boys, fatty boys. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, I don't have my phone in here, do I? Hold on, I gotta go get my phone. I'll be right back. I guess I can get some more beverage, too. 1 second. How have you not turned the heat off out here? Oh, good God, woman. I'm not gonna figure out where the hell my cell phone is. It's not on my butt, you bitch. Oh no, it's not on my coat either. All right, I'm back. Found it. Found my phone. Finn stealing the board with the Kool-Aid action. Family, with this you can get 200 packets of Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. Wait, that's like is that the Kool-Aid Man or is that Macho Man, Randy Savage? Either way, you're Lord of the Board. Can't find the hot dog video, but the one you sent, he cooks an egg. Alright, man. I got an itchy nose. Well, Nathan, you got caffeine factored into your diet, buddy? Well, you're not alone. You're not alone. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want too much of it. I don't want too much of it. All right, Finn. You lowered the board, buddy. Oh, yeah. Okay, there you are. I was looking at you on the list of people who have a number of entries into the Tome of Champions. So I'm like, Finn's on here a number of times already. You already got 2 in the Box of Glory. Krogan, you think they made Outlaws encompass Pirates and Warlocks to get people with Eldraine and Ixalan cards to buy the set? Bingo, that's why Warlocks are in there. Pirates made sense because Pirates are Outlaws. Warlocks was the one where I went, why did they include Warlocks so randomly? But you're right, actually. Warlocks were a theme in Eldraine, and I had forgotten that because I think of them as witches, right? And Wizards made them all Warlocks or something like that. Got rid of the witch. Did they get rid of the witch creature type and change it to Warlock? Something like that. Something like that. Tomas Moxman gives such fun. He gives such little little friendly guy insults, right? Oh, Graham, burn him, buddy, burn him. Red Dragon, our price is gonna go down for Modern Horizons. So I mean, at first you're gonna have the initial hype, right? And then there'll probably be a few standout cards like Ragavan that'll pop off. But the majority of I would expect to trend downwards, right? If they follow the same course as Modern Horizons 2, they'll have it available for like a 2-year period or some craziness. Or at least a full year, right? So can you only buy sets with geese in them? I don't know, man. I don't think there's going to be geese in Thunder Junction, bro. Yeah, the Warlock and Witch thing, man. I remember when I was a kid, my my sister and I went out as a witch and a warlock, but we had pretty much the same costume and everybody just thought we were 2 witches and I did not like it. As a young boy, everybody calling me a witch bothered me. I'm like, we're not witches, I'm a warlock. And it's just like, I have a mustache. I have a mustache painted on. Can't you see? Look at my mustache. I am a warlock. A pointy hat, and I have a gray robe just like her, but I have a mustache, and it's not a witch lady mustache. So, respect my warlockosity. I'm here for free candy. Why is Modern Horizons 3 so expensive? Because Wizards knows they can get away with charging more. Because Modern is a more expensive format, and Wizards wants to keep it expensive. It's secondary market manipulation and an attempt to see how much money they can extract from people. See if they'll pay it. That's it. That's it. It's like if you asked a lady, will you lick my butthole? And then you just see if she'll do it. Oh, wow, she did it. Awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Modern Horizons 3 is. Wizards is bending over, and they're flexing their sphincter and going, how deep can you get your tongue in here? And people are going, I bet you can get in there. So, Wizards is like, well, tickle my rectum, you know? Jules, you felt like you used to comprehend the magic market for a long time until Commander took over. Now nothing makes sense. Everything has changed, right? Now it's random secondary market pillaging, wizards flailing around making stuff so fast that they'll make sorcery versions of circular logic go $5 off, whatever. Oh God, I wish I could make that my ringtone. Why can't you? This live stream will be up on the live stream archive afterwards. Just go ahead, grab the sound clip, like just record that particular sound out of it as your own little MP3, slap it on your phone, right? You can auto set it. You can have that. You can have it, buddy. You're totally allowed to grab audio from my live streams and stuff and make it into your ringtone or whatever if you want. That's fine. That's fine. Because that's funny. That's it. Gerthulu, that's correct. Commander was fine until Wizards started to get their hooks into it, right? Isaac, oh, you already got 6 out of the 9 Pip-Boy cards. Look at you, fancy boy. There was a bunch of people cracking that stuff yesterday, and they seemed very happy with it, you know? My buddy got a bunch of the Fallout stuff. I was watching them all play Commander and everything, and I'm like, yeah, I played Cube, had a good time, but I think I am going to put together a Commander deck and give it some more time and see if I will enjoy it more or not. I probably haven't experienced it enough to fully decide. We'll see. I could be wrong. Breakstop got the Ravages of War from just one collector pack. You got the luck today, son. Chicken Crew, you already got the My Bones Hurt text notification sound clip. Nice. I guess, yeah, there's an upside. Jules like, I don't got money, so I'm glad because it means I won't spend it on Fallout. I know for the first time in a while, instead of spending like the extra money that I got on Magic, I'm going to be spending it on something for the channel, which excites me more than Magic. I would like to have Magic too, but I want this thing more. Nathan, what sort of Commander deck? Rebuilding Hazes on or something new? I don't know. I think I already did Hazes on, right? So I am thinking probably something new. That's right, Red Dragon. I'm getting some new gear for the channel that will help me to make better content overall. It's not something that's going to be used automatically every day, but it's like it's opening up new vistas. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Buying a deep fat fryer to bridge into cooking. I was looking at a deep fryer a couple days ago. I was like, it'd be nice to have a deep fryer, but that's not the thing, no. Isaac, there was $40 for the Fallout decks. You pay $50, but you get $10 in store credit. Doesn't sound too bad. Yamagoro, one-on-one Commander brawling with worms. Yeah, that does sound like fun. Only yourself and one other person. Well, I mean, at least you got somebody to play against, right? Yeah, Cthulhu, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of just like not trying to build the most broken Commander deck I could, but just build something that would be like a lot of fun to play. I wish I had like some crazy, like I already got to do with Hazes on, but I wish I had some other crazy legends from back in the day, like Rasputin Dreamweaver. I feel like he'd be cool to build the deck around, you know? He's pretty funky. Although he's let's not pretend like he's not powerhouse as well, right? I don't know by today's standards or whatever, but he's got that crazy mana generation damage prevention ability that I really like. Pots, I don't really have any plan on making Commander game content. And when I thought about playing Commander, it wasn't from the perspective of trying to move into making Commander-oriented content. It's more along the lines of, I want to enjoy myself playing Magic, and the tides of the game have shifted. So I can sit there and be an old man going, it used to be different in my day, but if I want to play, got to go where people are playing, right? So I can play my cube and get that experience when I want one-on-one Magic, but, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll make some new friends and have some good times playing Commander. Maybe I've just been too focused on one aspect that I didn't like, and that's crowding out the things that I could enjoy, you know? Millmaster, why not play 75 card 1 versus 1 at what point? Instead of Commander? Well, I mean, if that's what people are playing, I suppose. It really boils down to what people are playing. If I wanna play with the players, right? There's no getting around that part of it. I don't know, Jules, I have no idea, because it seems to me like a bunch of people do like watching people play that Commander and stuff. I really have no idea where the interest level is for the average person. The worst part of EDH is having a 100-card deck. The deck size is a draw to me. The singleton nature of Commander and the deck size means you're going to have way more variety than usual. And that is actually one of the appealing aspects. Potts, you figured that would be the last thing to be on this channel. Yeah. Yep. Break stop. Yeah, it's fun to be able to play with your brothers at the same time. That makes sense. What will be the next format? Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. When you pop into the game store, there'll be people with Commander decks, but no one with Modern or Standard decks, and you wouldn't trust half of them to touch your cube cards. There is that too, like strangers and stuff. It's like, yeah, I don't want the cool cards that people have gifted me for my cube to go missing, you know? So there is that too. The issue with Commanders, you need friends to play with. You do need more players. Well, I mean, you can play one-on-one, right? Gianna, why does it look so clean in there? Because I've actually tidied this place up. I'm getting ready for the next phase of re-officification. I'm intending to paint this entire wall into a giant green screen. I haven't done it out of a combination of laziness and the fact that I don't have a ton of experience painting. So I am not 100% sure that I can do a uniform job to make a good green screen wall. And I think that is combining with my natural, it's going to be a lot of work to do all this to make me go, like I've got my green screen right here that I can use for videos. So that's, I can get by with the setup I have, but I'm currently in the process of trying to make it better in here. And also, we've got better camera quality too. So it might look cleaner, because the camera's showing more and is in better resolution. Finn, you'd like to watch it just for the shit talking, huh? Keith, you know what? Thunder Junction doesn't look as bad as I thought it was gonna be, bro. The sound? What? The sound is different? It's this mic. Why would the sound be different? Maybe it's more echoey. Oh, I didn't close my door. It's like, what is that noise? It's because I got the window open, so it's just gunk 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 gunk. So yeah, I'm in the process of making a number of improvements to try and step what I'm doing up more, not just in live streams, but other things as well. especially with the Hatcher and doing blogs and vlog kind of stuff, that stuff. I can't wait. I cannot wait to show you guys what I'm getting because of the sponsorship. Like, it's fucking sweet. Did I take the foam squares down? No, they're still over there. But yeah, it does make a difference. It's probably just because the room is more sparse in some ways. Thoth, yeah, it's strange. It's strange to have Cleopatra and Leonardo da Vinci and stuff on Magic cards. Assassin's Creed is weird. Thanks for the tip, Josh. All right, my friends, this has been a very enjoyable chill stream. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. This live stream will be uploaded over to the stream archive, so if you want to watch it in its entirety, it'll be over there for your enjoyment. Tomorrow, I'm going to put out a video talking about the band and reveal my newest sponsor. So if you haven't already heard when I revealed who it was, I think yesterday or whatever, you'll find that out tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. You guys rule, and you know what, Finn? You know what, buddy? You are this stream's Lord of the Board. Your third entry into the box. 2 more, and you make it on to the roll. Then you make it on to the roll of Mega Glory. Your name here. Anyways, this is number 3, and you get to be on Garuk. All right? Peace out for now. Thanks for coming, everybody. Into the waters I go.